Hello, hi, this is Theo Brady from Theo Brady Consultant, bringing you a new segment on something that needs to be said. And the reason I wanted to do this because I recognize there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff in Pennsylvania and central Pennsylvania specifically, and something needs to be said about those individuals and the work that they're doing that is impacting people's lives. And so I wanted to give an opportunity to those individuals to share what they're are doing. All right. So my first guest is going to be Patricia Robertson. She's doing a wonderful thing. She's the founder and the CEO of Evolve Training and Development. So let me bring her on and we'll get started. Hi.
Good morning, Mr. Brady. Good morning. Thank you
Awesome.
for having me
Awesome.
on the show.
And thank you for coming. Can I call you Patricia?
Yes, that would be
Awesome.
fun.
Awesome. Um, Again, I wanted to just allow people to get an opportunity to hear of the about the wonderful thing your program is doing. And I understand that you have a nonprofit and an LLC. So I wanted to start just by asking you to talk about that.
Yes, I started out with the LLC, which is Evolve Training and Development. I started that in 2016, and the purpose for that is help individuals find their full potential. A lot of times, people get into jobs or careers that they find themselves that this is not a perfect fit for me or not a fit at all. And so, my goal was to help train individuals, both professionally and personally, on how to find your fullest potential and how to live out your best life. Um, Evolve Youth Trades Academy is my nonprofit, and that focuses on the youth between the ages of 12 and 18. And we teach them primarily the trades, which is carpentry, plumbing, and electrical. And we also give them those life skills that they need to be successful.
Awesome, awesome. So why? What is the vision? What is the vision? Why did you start doing this?
Well, it kind of fell into my lap in terms of the trade program. By nature, I'm a teacher, and so I was working out of a local school district for 8 years. And as the years went on, I seen how the kids were just becoming unmotivated and uninspired to just work, to do the work. And one student came to me at eighth grader and said, "Miss Robinson, I'm going to drop out of high school, out of middle school. I'm not even going to go to high school. I'm going to be done." And that told me, although I was making a difference by being one of the only Black teachers in that district, I wasn't doing enough. And I had to figure
Mhm.
out what is it that I need to do to help our young, especially the Black and brown, want to go on and find their next, their next job, or even just go on to high school. And so that triggered something in me, and I had to figure out what it was. And the trades was it, working with their hands.
Awesome, awesome. Uh, great vision there. So um, I know funding is always an issue. So let's talk about where do you get your funding from?
Yes, as a nonprofit, it is a struggle to get funding. So we get our funding sources from multiple streams. One of them being sponsorship. So sponsoring a youth to come into the program, a 6-week program. Secondly, we grants. We apply for grants in order to get funding, and also there's the private parents that will pay for their students to go and to our program, and then fundraising. So we're currently working on, we've got the grant from the state, and we are currently working for another grant, which is a federal grant that we're working on.
Yeah. Funding is always an issue, but I know someone told me sometime that people who have vision don't have the money. And people with the money don't have the vision.
Don't have the vision. Oh,
So,
that is so true.
great thing you're doing. So next question is, what is the next step, Patricia?
Well, we're currently working out of one school district, which is in Stilton High Spire School District. We work with students between the grades of 9 through 12. We want to be able to, our next step is to broaden that, to expand into the Harrisburg school districts and neighboring schools so that we we'll be able to service more students. And that's going to require us to be able to hire more tradesmen, be able to get more funding and resources that will be able to service all those students.
Mm. Okay, awesome, awesome. Um, Real quick, I understand that ABC 27 did a segment on you, and I was watching it. It's real good, and I wanted to show that real quick, and then come back and ask you specifically about the trades. Can we do that?
Sure.
All right. Hold on.
Trade workers are desperately needed, from plumbers to electricians, carpenters, and more. A local nonprofit is giving tweens and teens a head start to a promising career.
Downstairs.
A busy day at a home under renovation in the Allison Hills section of Harrisburg.
Right now, I'm just patching up the cracks around the windows and around the base of the floors.
Kids are renovating or help renovating a property. They've been painting, they've been caulking, they've been replacing doors, faucets.
All part of Evolve Youth Trades Academy.
What we do is we take our students through sometimes a 6-week program or a program that will take them to prepare them for an actual apprenticeship program. So we are an approved pre-apprenticeship program. We start with ages 12 to 18.
If it's a good fit, those kids could help fill a big void.
There's a lack of tradesmen and women in the field. There's some that are retiring, but they don't have enough people to fill those positions. And my goal is to make sure that we are introducing more of the black and the brown into the trades, because we want to diversify the trades as well as fill those positions.
Positions that pay well.
Carpenter can start out as a pre-apprenticeship, making $15, $16 an hour, and they get promotion every 6 months. So by the time they get out of the trades, 4 years into the trades, they could be making $25, $30 an hour.
I like hands-on things, like to build things. So that's why I took this program.
Each job site has an experienced, licensed instructor.
My trade is carpentry. I do a little bit of everything: carpentry, plumbing, basic labor work.
In addition to those skills and the money,
They get credit hours. I have 2 students that are in high school, so they're going to get credit hours towards towards an apprenticeship program. We also give them a stipend to help.
You can actually make a living off of it later.
Yeah,
in
it's
life.
like a big arts and crafts project, but better. I think it would be a good job opportunity, like when I get older.
And for more information on Evolve, we have a link. Just go to abc27.com.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Thank you.
It's good to know that I'm not the only one that recognized that something need to be said about what you're doing. Also, ABC did a wonderful job on that. The next thing I wanted to take you to is a few slides I pulled up, and if you could just talk about these slides specifically in regard to what you're trying to do. What about this one?
Is that the electrical
Carpentry.
carpentry? So carpentry is one of the trades that the students really gravitate towards, because it has a lot to do with woodwork. And so I actually found myself loving it as well. So the students are learning a multiple of things. We start with, of course, OSHA, the rules and regulations. Safety is always key. We say safety first, and I make the kids repeat that during our class. So that is one of the things that we take them through. They can get certification through OSHA and be able to actually use that certification to move them to the next step of apprenticeship.
That's awesome. The next one is on plumbing.
Oh, plumbing is one of the things that we do is allow the kids to do, while they don't do a lot of using copper anymore, because it's no longer necessary. They have uh, different plumbing pipes that they use now currently instead of the copper. But we show the kids how to solder. We show them how to replace faucets and learn more about the toilet. But they also get an opportunity to have a hands-on experience in cutting and things of that nature. So plumbing it's exciting, but they always the kids look at it like this is a dirty job. I don't know if I really want to do it. But once they get down and learning the different things about it, especially the sawing, because they like the fire, they like to see the torch, light the
Mhm.
torch. So it's always an experience for me to watch them do that process.
They must not know how much money you can make in plumbing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, last one is electrical.
Electrical, we show the kids how to rewire outlets. So it's always nice for them to see them actually uh, wiring an outlet and then seeing the light come on. I always say, okay, the light bulb is finally on for you guys. You're listening. So that's always exciting when they can actually rewire and then see that they actually wired something that comes on. So it gives them hope. We also, again, which is one of the key things we talk about, is safety, because with the electrical, you got to be very cautious. So we're training them on what they cannot do as beginners and what they can do, where you really have to call an electrician to do that work.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. But I also know that not only these type of programs, which is wonderful because there's always kids out there, young students out there that want to, learn the trades. It's a big
Mhm.
thing now, and that's a great thing. But I also know you can't do anything without great sponsors. So I'm gonna bring up a slide, and if you could talk about these sponsors, I will call them out, and you can just if there's some things you want to say about them, feel free. Um, we have four of them up here. Do you want to talk about your those sponsors a little bit?
Sure, like you said, sponsors are key. We really need that support to kind of anchor what we're doing. One of the sponsors is of course, is Theo Consultants, help supporting. And those sponsorship is not always in monetary donations, but it's also in volunteering work and time, which is very critical too, because as we grow, we need volunteers. We need people out there on the streets that are helping and supporting us and doing things of that nature. Um, Another sponsor is, which is one of our big sponsors, is Gene and Dave Rieger. They're platinum sponsors, and we want to give a great shout out to them because what that provides for us is 15 students to be able to come through our program uh, free of charge. And so that's what we want. We want to make sure that this program doesn't cost the parents anything. We want to make sure that we have sponsors and donors and individuals that will help to support that. So we really want to thank the Regans for that huge sponsorship. We also have other small sponsorships. No donation is too small. We want people to know that it doesn't matter what you donate. We just want to be able to be effective in terms of helping students come through the program.
That's awesome. I do know David, and I know David and Jean how much they work on the community and what they do. So they're always about making a difference. I see another one. I pulled this from your website, and I see also the bridge. Can you say anything about
Oh
that?
my goodness. Yes, the bridge. Gary Gilliam is the founder and CEO of the bridge, and he's been awesome. He's given monetary donation as well as his time. He's also one of our board members in terms of our marketing um, department. And so I want to give a shout out to him because he's been instrumental in helping support and being that bridge, no pun intended, um, with even uh, aligning me with individuals that will help support the cause and also positioning Evolve Youth Trades Academy to be a part of his program.
Hmm. That's awesome. I know him as well. I know he is always seeking to give back, which is a
Yes.
wonderful thing. And also, you are giving back as well. So, any final words you want to share about what you are doing, Patricia, and how people can help you along the way? You want to share real quick?
Sure, sure. One of the things I really would like to say is, oftentimes the trades have been given a negative name. It's been the last option people are saying for students, as if it's the only thing for individuals that are not capable of academic achievement, and that's not the truth. That's not the truth at all. Oftentimes, they're told this because They think that a 4-year college degree is a sign of success, and that's not always true. So we want to make sure that we tell our students, and we share this, with the counselors in the schools that trades is not the last option, but it's the first opportunity. That is our motto.
Mm.
We don't think of that as the bottom of the barrel. It's because it's a physical job. Yes, of course, it requires you to a lot of hard work, but it is a great career choice. It allowed our kids to stay out of debt, but gives them an opportunity to be successful and sustain themselves and their families. And a key is to give back to the community.
That's awesome. Awesome. One of the things I always say, it's not necessary. It's all about explaining to people the different options, and then let them make up their mind. But let it be an informed decision. So that's
Absolutely.
awesome. Um, I'm gonna click real over to some information here about how to connect with Evolve. They have a wonderful website, evolvetrade.org. You can go there and get tons of information. And so please do that. Again, we need your help with when it comes to promoting and sharing those organizations, those nonprofits, those LLCs that are making a difference in the lives of people who need to know about this stuff. So that's what something needs to be said is all about. And so I want to thank Patricia for coming and being the first guest. It is awesome to see you and know that you are out there doing the work. All
Well,
right.
thank you. And it's an honor to be the first guest. And so thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. And so look forward to the next segment of Something Need to Be Said. And for this time being, we want to say thank you for watching. And we will be coming back with another important person who's making a change agent. And that's what it's all about. We got to give back. And not only that, something need to be said about it. All right? Thank you.